From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Buckner set to kick off.
3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass is incomplete. When you look at this defense, they're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. We saw plenty of throws like this in Columbus last year. He's got his guys a 1st down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go, set. 70 laps.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Turton. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Ravens nothing.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. These 2 teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And bulldozing his way through. He's still on his feet. He may go. And all the way in for the Ravens. Touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known the points won't come so easy again.
And he is caught. He's to the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll drop to throw. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. We'll get this up to about the 44. You talk about this Bengals defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 89 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. A.J. Brown from 10 yards out. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Butker on for the PAT. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. The Bengals at 5-7 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
And the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Second and goal.
Here's 2nd and 8. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points and ran with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Isaiah Rodgers helped to make the tackle.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Second and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14.
14 yards.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Counter play with Jacobs. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. 113 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tie ball game. From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6. Jacobs going to try the middle. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Yeah, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
2-2.
Jacobs is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's going to be He's swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Mason Graham collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And it'll be intercepted. Here's Carter now on the return. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Boy, Brandon, a missed opportunity there at the end of this first half. You'd love to give your guys a lead going into the break, but this effort doesn't find the mark, and that's going to keep things all square.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to go up top again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Come on, come on.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 138 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Murray now going to do it himself. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And in for the Ravens touchdown. DK Metcalf, 40 yards. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. And that time he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot. Know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route. Often against the safety, you like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. George Pickens, 40 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
A gain of 29 yards.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Third and 2. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he will have a Ravens first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Here's Brooks. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jonathan Brooks, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Ravens 28, Bengals 21. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that moment. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Inside the 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Michael Wilson, 84 yards. And the Bengals have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Boswell good with the extra point. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. And remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
To throw, it's Murray. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Crossing route, he finds Likely. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Ready.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jonathan Brooks with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28.
Ravens 35, Bengals 28. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. From the 21, here's the 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 33.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got this to Pickens. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly?
And he will take it out in for a Bengals touchdown. Bayshul Tootin, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Strong running at the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, and nothing but daylight ahead. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jonathan Brooks, 62 yards. And the Ravens strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
At the 36-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up
2nd and 9 now. This one caught by his tight end Andrews. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Viking, 18.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Second down, 8 yards to go. They're going to look to throw. That's pulled in by Wilson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 79,
they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
First down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Baltimore.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
He'll drop to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. On target to his man, likely. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
A 46-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. But a flag is down here, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And that is no good. And that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
So it'll be the Bengals with the football here to start the overtime session as the kick is away. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here.
A gain of 4.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. He'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially with a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation, fake it. That's another way to get it done.
A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
40-yard line.
On the ready.
Back to throw again. He'll get this out to Tootin.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Ready?
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point put through by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Ravens 41.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. What can Murray do now with his drive? This ball taken in here by Brooks. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That turns into a very well orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down.
Bronco 80. Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Throwing out left and finding Likely. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense had got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
And goal at the 11-yard line.
Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough